What is going on, guys? Evolution here, and today we're going to be talking about Apex Legends and just my general thoughts on the game, the good and the bad. So we're going to just dive in, start with the positive here. So, couple positive things. It's a free-to-play game. There's no barrier to entry. You can just download it. It's on Xbox, PS4, and PC. Although I kind of wish it was on Steam for PC. You have to go through Origin, but hopefully that's coming at a later date. The next thing is it's actually a smooth battle royale. There's so many early access battle royales that just come out and they're framey and the hit detection's not very good and there's just all these other problems with the game. This came out, it's a full game and it just feels great to play. I'm having a blast. The gunplay feels solid, although some of the weapons don't really have any recoil. But I guess that's not the worst thing in existence. The weapons feel balanced in general. And speaking of weapons, there's actually a decent amount of weapon variety in the game. You have 3 assault rifles. You have 3 SMGs. 2 light machine guns. 4 snipers. 4 shotguns. And 3 pistols. So definitely a ton of variety, and you're not going to be super bored of using the same weapon over and over again right away. And hopefully they're going to be adding a ton more weapons. I've heard that's the plan, so we'll have to just wait and see. And then we've got the movement, another positive in my opinion. So this is kind of based off the Titanfall universe. So I was expecting there to be kind of wall running and double jumps and all this kind of stuff. And I was just a little bit worried that it was going to be too much and make shooting people feel awful and just super hard to hit and all of that. But they've kind of dialed it back a little bit. So you can only jump once. You can run up a wall, kind of. If you're going straight up and down, if you hold down space on PC, you can just kind of vault up that wall. Even if it's really tall, you'll kind of do a run and then vault up to the top. So the movement system is limited, but I feel like it still gives you a little bit of freedom to kind of do what you want, and it feels good with the rest of the gameplay. You feel like you should be able to get to every place you can get to, so it's not really limited on that front, and I think the movement's in a good place. And just a tip for you guys, if you're going down a hill, just hit the crouch button. Shift and crouch, and you'll slide all the way down. It's a lot quicker than running down a hill. You got a way quicker pace. So just a little tip there for you guys. There's actually even more to the movement system. There's these little like balloon stations all around the map that you can zip line up and then you kind of re-fly down. It's very cool, as if you were dropping at the beginning of the match. That allows you to get from A to B a lot quicker. All right, moving on from movement. So another thing I really like about the game, and I think is very positive, is if you die right at the beginning, you're completely gone, you're not crawling around, your teammates can actually pick up your device, and they can bring you to a station somewhere on the map. They're highlighted in green on your map, and they can actually revive you, and you'll come down to the ship and be able to jump onto the map again, which I think is super freaking cool, and it kind of makes those early deaths not as frustrating because you do have a chance to come back into the game. The only thing is you don't really keep any of your weapons. You come down completely with nothing. So if you come down in a hostile area, there's a lot of gunfights and stuff going on still. It can kind of be frustrating in that sense, but at least it gives you another chance. Another thing I love about the game is the ping system. So not only can you just ping like an area, like, hey, they're over there, it'll throw a marker there for a second and your teammate can see that, but you can actually ping enemies, so it'll show a different colored marker, in this case red, or you can ping gear or ammo and all of that, so your team can actually find things a lot easier. Like, hey, I have a level 2 helmet here, or a blue helmet. Mark it, and they're like, oh, okay, it's right there. So it's very helpful. It's an amazing system, and I think every Battle Royale needs that system. Just being able to mark everything. You have a ton of different options when it comes to marking. I actually almost forgot. One more positive is that when you get downed, you can actually move quite quickly and kind of get out of harm's way or move to cover if you really need to. I think that's an amazing feature and just doesn't leave you there as a sitting duck. You could potentially do something, and you can still ping when you're down as well, so you can call out information. Very helpful. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about some negatives now. Now, I don't have too many, but there's a couple that really, they frustrate me quite a bit. So the first thing, the biggest thing for me, is the ammo in this game. It doesn't seem like you have enough ammo ever. I lose more fights because I don't have ammo at all. Like, I just run out of ammo than if I was actually outplayed or outskilled by somebody who has better accuracy or uses their abilities better than me. It's just me out of ammo running around looking and searching for something. That's usually how I end up dying at the beginning, and it's really frustrating because you can pick up a weapon at the beginning, say you got 40 bullets in your pistol, and you just go through it so quickly. People take a little bit more bullets than they would in other games, and it doesn't feel bullet spongy. It just feels like there needs to be more ammo on the map itself just to kind of balance out the health versus ammo, because it's just so frustrating not being able to do anything because you don't have any ammo. And I'm definitely not the only one who's gone through that. I've seen a lot of people complain about that. So hopefully they're going to kind of do something to balance that in the future. Another huge negative for me is the sound in this game. So gunfire is super loud, but the rest of the noises in the game, so like picking up items, footsteps, using items, all that seems super quiet to me, and I can never actually hear anyone walk up to me, even if there's full sprinting coming in through a doorway. I just don't hear any of that. I can blast my volume, but because of the gunfire, if there's someone shooting, I just can't hear anything else. So I think that needs to be kind of tuned a little bit differently and just kind of re-looked at, because I don't know if it's just me, but the footsteps, there's no footsteps in the game as far as I'm concerned. In a firefight, 0 footsteps, and I definitely want to see that improved. And the last but not least is the store. Now, I don't necessarily have like a huge glaring issue with the store, since it is a free-to-play and I don't have to pay a entry fee to play the game. But at the same time, there's skins going in here, like a weapon skin for $18, and that's a little bit ridiculous to me. Alright, so let's just go over the materials here for a little bit. We have crafting materials, which you get from Apex packs, which there are 2 ways to get these. One, you can buy them for real money. They cost $1 a pop. Or you can get them from leveling up, but leveling is going to slow down the higher level you go, so you're not going to get as many of these. The loot box itself doesn't seem like the worst thing in existence. It's kind of what we're used to seeing. Then we have the legend tokens, unlock legends and store exclusive cosmetics. So this is basically the in-game currency, the main currency of the game. You get 600 every time you level up, which again, you're going to get less and less as you level more and more. So I'm a little bit worried about this one as well, but we'll kind of see how that shakes up and how much experience you're going to need for later levels, because I'm already over 10,000 experience per level. I think I'm level 16 or something like that. So it's couple games and then I gain a level, which isn't the worst at the moment. And then we have the Apex coins, which is the currency that you buy, and kind of what you would expect in a free-to-play game, to be honest, or a mobile game. It's about $10 per 1,000 coins, or because I'm Canadian, it's a little bit more here. So yeah, pretty expensive, and I'm just a little bit worried. And one of the real things I'm worried about is this right here. So I actually got this from a Apex pack, but you need to get this to unlock that with in-game currency. So you have to buy one first, and then you can buy a skin with in-game currency, which kind of frustrates me a little bit. I don't feel like that is what you want. And the only other ways to get skins are in the loot box, of course, And then if we actually go to the armory, you can unlock skins here, but you need the crafting materials, which you can only get in loot box at the moment. So it's definitely geared toward you buying items versus you earning them in-game, which is kind of unfortunate, and it bugs me, but it's not the end all of things, because the game is free once again. Guys, I think that's actually going to be it for this video. I probably missed some things on the good side. I may have missed some things on the bad side, so if you guys have had any bad experiences, definitely let me know in the comments below about some things you're worried about, or if there's some mechanics or things in the game that you enjoy, also let me know in the comments below, and have a good one. See ya.